So I've been living in China for a few months now, and I realized that locals here really love spice. And of all the spices, one in particular. You may not have tried it, but you most certainly have heard about them. These are the infamous Sichuan peppercorns. And as the name suggests, these little buggers originated from the city of Sichuan in Chengdu, China. A beautiful place of tradition, Buddhism, and of course, pandas. When consumed, these peppers cause a highly addictive numbing and spicy sensation in your mouth. And not to mention, you also get to experience lava coming out of your rear end. The Chinese characters for numb and spicy translates to ma and la, which is also known as ma la. And it is something that has turned into a global sensation these days. For me, and I'm sure like for many others, the first time that I've tried a Sichuan peppercorn was by no accident. And when I say no accident, I meant that someone planned it, but that someone wasn't me. After all, one doesn't just casually pop in an ominous looking thing like this into his mouth, right? So at that time I was at a Chinese restaurant with my family, and one particular dish had the peppercorns in them. While it was easy to avoid the obvious ones that were floating around, my untrained eyes couldn't spot the little bugger hiding in between the vegetables. And because it was so crunchy, my initial reaction after biting into it was that I had eaten a husk. What followed was an overwhelming explosion of spice in my mouth. Now I'm not sure how to best describe my experience, but I think our taste buds have some sort of threshold, and if something is too overwhelming or the flavor is too strong for us, we'll go like, or spit it out. But because I was in a Chinese restaurant, I didn't want to get chased out, right? So I held it in, and I took it down like a man. And because I was very young, I had a virgin tongue, which is a tongue that has not experienced much pain. And needless to say, that little peppercorn was probably the last thing that I've tasted for the rest of my meal. But well, fast forward to today, I'm officially converted. I'm now a true mala and Sichuan peppercorn fan. Don't ask me why, I don't know how it happened as well, but I'm not alone. Because the way I see it, this seems to be the case for many others as well. Now, before I came to China, I didn't know how big this mala craze was. I mean, sure, when I was back in Australia and Singapore, there were already a growing number of mala shops. But when I arrived in China, oh my god, everything is mala! Everywhere sells mala. And I shit you not, guys. There was even a point of time where McDonald's here released a mala flavoured vanilla ice cream. What the heck? I mean, well, that's one way of putting out the flames. And by the way, I didn't know that there are two kinds of mala peppercorns. There is the more common one that is red in colour, and then there is the green one, which, well, many experts say that both of them has very distinct taste, but in my opinion, they just taste numb and spicy. There are about 1 billion dishes that you can prepare with these peppercorns. You can have it as a paste, as a hot pot, you can have it stir-fried, on a stick, with noodles, and the most famous dish of all, the mapo tofu. Now, seeing that today's weather is pretty cold, let's go get some. So we're here today at this restaurant, located in the northwest of Beijing. At most restaurants, you can choose the level of spiciness you want for your dish. I realize that the peppercorns here are a bit more potent compared to the ones back home in Singapore and Australia, but well, it's not like I can taste anything after this meal. But like I've mentioned before, I like mine spicy, so I can get my money's worth. Pay it once and taste it twice, if you know what I mean. So we ordered a side dish, which is tofu and century egg. But the star of today's show is this baby right here. Deep fried to perfection and then dunked into Hades' spice cauldron. Ooh, straight out of hell. Best of all, we got the entire meal for a deal at only $16. A word of advice, don't drink the mala sauce because essentially the soul of a mala sauce is cow's fat. So unless you're in for some heavy exercise, I suggest you skip it. Well, I know I said not to drink it, but I'm doing this for views, so... Yep, it's spicy. Anyway, let's dig in. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's what happiness looks like. Look at that chunk. It's not fishy at all. I can taste a hint of the spice, but yeah, the fish is so fresh. Wow. I think the fish that they use is barramundi, so it's really good. And there's not a lot of bones in it as well. Oh my god, look at that meat. Oh, it's just so much meat. Oh. Oh my god, look at that. Look at that. This is a gastronomical adult film. Oh, amazing. The smokiness from the fire gives off an additional layer of flavor and smell. The skin is so crispy, and the flesh is so white, so pure, so soft and flaky. Just simply delicious. Amazing. I'm starting to feel it a bit. Well, not that I can taste anything after this. It's all about texture now. Mission completed. Time to put out the flames. So grab some napkins, try some mala, and don't forget to subscribe and stay so thirsty.